Buying, selling or renting real estate in the Whitsundays? You need the team that will provide you with help, experience and results. Ray White Whitsunday sales team has over 100 years experience in local real estate, which is why Ray White Whitsunday sells more real estate than anyone else. Whether it's residential sales, commercial leasing, marine or rural sales, Ray White Whitsunday have the solution. So contact Ray White Whitsunday today and get the results you deserve.
8:30, time for our weekly real estate market report, thanks to Ray White Whitsundays. And this morning we're talking to Simon Dymmott, a sales agent with Ray White Whitsundays. Good morning, Simon.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
There's been a lot of lifestyle-type properties sold in the last few months. What's the attraction?
Oh, well, mate, I think a lot of people are just wanting to get that little bit further out of town. And I mean, nothing wrong with having a bit of land to spread yourself out on. It gives you the opportunity to, have a bit of a shed or pools and still got a bit of room. And maybe some people just like mowing lawns.
Where are the buyers coming from in particular?
Well, there's still a lot of locals that, again, are looking to move out of town and get a bit more space around them, or it's a bit more, it's less of a transient population now than what I've seen previously. I've been here 13 years. So when I first got here, the turnaround was huge. But now a lot of people have kind of established themselves, are having kids. The kids are then having kids and, wanting a bit more space. So I think that's a large portion of our market. Also, I think another trend that we're seeing is a lot of Gold Coast and Sunny Coast buyers that are complaining that it's got way too busy down there and are coming to the Whitsundays because it reminds them of kind of what they used to have. It's a little bit quieter, a little bit more low-key, which we love.
Are there any acreage properties on the market at the moment?
There's a handful. We're finding that there's not a lot to pick from. Lynn Erica, one of my colleagues, has actually got one that I was just at last week on Conway Road, which was pretty nice, actually. It's a flat 5 acres, completely usable. They're actually running a handful of goats and livestock on there at the moment. Got your 3-bay shed with a mezzanine, 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and there's also a little kind of granny flat on the property as well. She's got that listed at $735 at the moment, which I think is pretty good value.
Since COVID, there's been a bit of a change in the way the market in the Whitsundays is operated. What are the trends at the moment?
Well, I think it's a lot of expats have come back into Australia, which has put pressure on the market nationwide, and people are kind of pushing out of the metropolitan areas, the built-up areas, and looking for places like the Whitsundays where they feel a little bit safer, I guess. So yeah, we've seen obviously a lot bigger buyer pool trying to get in here, which has pushed prices up. It's flattened off a little bit. It's holding. I think there's probably been a little bit of a drop in buyer confidence for the moment. But I think once things kind of settle down in terms of with your interest rate rises and stuff like that, I really feel like that buyer confidence is going to return.
Is now a good time to sell?
Yeah, I think so, Tom. Absolutely. And especially if you've got one of those lifestyle properties that we were just talking about earlier, there's strong demand for that kind of a property. So, we can turn that into a good sale price for any potential vendors.
What are the stock levels like at the moment?
Actually quite low. We're seeing a lot of agents that are really chasing stock at the moment. So again, tying back to your last question, it is a good time to sell. We're still seeing people selling within quite a reasonable amount of time and still getting good results money-wise for their properties. So I think it's a great time.
Do you have any upcoming listings at the moment, Simon?
Actually, I've got one that I will mention. I'm really excited about a 2-bedroom unit that I've got coming on. It's in a complex called Whitsunday Reflections, which is right up the top of Airlie Beach. And I'm going to put myself out there and say I think it's probably got one of the best views in town. So looking forward to getting that one on the market soon.
Simon, thanks very much. Enjoy Thursday.
Thanks, Tom. You too. Thanks, mate.
IslandFM.